start surface area with the rectangular prism today. So the first thing I need you to do is cut along the outside of everything, okay? So you're cutting out the perimeter. Do not cut out, so just cut out along all of the outside, okay? So I have scissors for you, so go ahead and pass back the scissors. So cut along the outside of your rectangular prism net. All right, so we have our cutout. And let's see, if I were to fold this up, right, here is my 3D rectangle, right? You have your 3D rectangle. It closes up. We're not going to glue it. How many sides does your rectangular prism have?
86.
6. Very good. I'm going to write that down. So today is 4/11/21. We're going to do rectangular prism, surface area. Okay, so it does have 6 sides. Okay, it has a top, right? It has a bottom. It has a front and a back, and it has what we call the left and the right. So if I close it up, I would say 100% doesn't really matter in this problem. I'm going to say that this is my top. So if this is my top, what would be my bottom? Over here, right? So this is my top, and then therefore this is my bottom. Does it really matter which one you call top and bottom? No, because if I flip it this way, then this would be your top, right? So 100% doesn't really matter. Don't stress yourself out to, oh my God, I got to make sure it's the same one as she does. No, just make sure you name this one one of them the top and the opposite the bottom, right? So if this is my top, in my situation, what would I call this one?
Sides.
Well, here are my choices. My top.
Oh, front and back.
Yeah. So this one would be my front. So I'm going to front. So if this is my top, my front, what would this one be? Back. So I'll just unfold it for you at this point. And this would be my right. And this would be my left. Now, could I have changed these around a little? Yes. But you're not going to glue the box together at all. It's going to be flat by the end of the period. So don't stress yourself out of like, oh my God, how do I put this together? Not necessary. All right. So you have your 6 sides. Your top, your bottom, your front, your back, your left, your right. Is your front going to be the same size as your bottom? Yes. Is your top going to be the same size as your, wait, I haven't said that. Is your, top, bottom, front, and back, right? Front and back are the same. Top and bottom are the same. Left and right are the same in area and measurements, okay? That's important to keep in the back of your mind. All right. So to find surface area, we need to find the area of all 6 sides and add them up. It's kind of like what I like to call wrapping paper. Have you ever wrapped a present? Yeah. So if you ever wrapped a present, you're wrapping the whole box, right? You're covering all the area. And now, how much wrapping paper do I need? And this is why Miss O'Malley left her Christmas wrapping paper in the classroom. I didn't. So, if I were to wrap up the Kleenex box, how much paper do I need? Well, what you're doing is you're finding surface area. So I would find the surface. I don't, but usually just wrap it, right? But what you're doing is you're finding the surface area of this box. what is the total surface area? The area of this, all 6 sides, and then I wrap it up. However much paper I use, that would be the surface area. Okay? So surface area is like wrapping something with wrapping paper. Okay? So, let's go to the front. Okay? And let's make this 10 centimeters and 7 centimeters. Okay, let's label that 10 and 7. Okay, we need to label. We're not building it, we're labeling. Eddie, let's follow along. Jesus, let's follow along. So the front is 10 by 7. So what would be the area of the front box? 70. So how do I find area? Area is length times width. What's my length? 10. What's my width? 7. So area is equal to 70 centimeters squared. Right? I take the 10 times the 7. So that would be 70 centimeters squared. So if the front is 70 centimeters squared, what else do I know?
That all the other equals the 5.
The bottom is... Oh, well, I was just writing A. Oh, no, wait, front, back. Yeah, you're right. I'm right. The back is 70 centimeters. Why? If the front is 70 centimeters, then the back is 70 centimeters. We okay with that?
Yes.
Okay.
Wait, wouldn't everything else be 7 except for the left and right sides?
Yeah, could be. Could be. But I'm going to make it different. Because that's just how I am. You're assuming this is a square. What if it's not a square? What if this is a rectangle?
Let's use our protractor.
A protractor? A protractor measures angles.
Oh, wait.
Okay.
We could measure on
So,
Yeah, we can measure the angle.
okay.
90.
So this is 10 centimeters. So this would be what? This line. 10. So you see how these two lines are equal? So this is also 10 centimeters. Now, this is 7 centimeters. Do we assume that this one's 7 centimeters?
Yes.
Yes, but Miss O'Malley's going to say no. She's going to say it's 5 centimeters, just to prove a point. Okay? So this is going to be 5 centimeters.
It looks small.
So these two are the same, but these might not be the same. They might be the same, might not be. You just have to look at the picture. Okay, so what's the area of the top? So 50 centimeters squared, all right? Because it's 10 times 5, right? So if the top is 50 centimeters squared, what do we know?
The bottom.
The bottom is also 50 centimeters squared. We okay? Easy enough? Okay, now the right and the left. They're going to be equal to each other, but what numbers are they? If I close this up, what are the measurements of the right?
7.
And?
7 by 5.
5.
So if I close this up, if you can't close it up, don't stress over it. So right side, it would be this measurement, 7, right? So this is 7. And then this measurement, length times width, is 5. So this is 5 and this is 7. 7 and 5. Do you guys see that? Sometimes it's the same number. If it's a square, it's the same number, Jesus. I was trying to show you one without having the same numbers so you can see like, okay, this is 5 and this is 7. So this would be 7 and this would be 5 centimeters. Because if I close it up, the 7 and 7, right, line up, and the 5 and the 5 line up. You see that? All right, so what would be the area of the right side? 35 centimeters squared. And what would be the left side? 35 centimeters squared. All right, so what did we just do? We just found the area of each side. This is why on the do now, you had area, just length times width, right? It was pretty easy because we wanted to prepare you for this. All you have to do is find the area of each of the sides, and at the end, to find surface area, we're going to need to add. All right, so What is the surface area of the top? Is 50.
Square.
Bottom is 50 centimeters squared. Front is 70 centimeters squared. The back is 7 centimeters squared. And the left is 35 centimeters squared. And the right is 35 centimeters squared. So we write down, I need you to be with us. I need you to learn this. Okay. I need you to do this. Surface area is equal to, when you add all these up. Okay? Surface area is when you add up all your areas. Now, if someone was to walk in right now and join us, they might look at this and be like, oh my gosh, what is that? How, this is hard. I can't do this. But it's really super easy because all you're doing is finding the area, length times width, these two are the same, length times width, these two are the same, length times width, these two are the same. Hardest part is adding them all together and not messing up. So add them in any way you want to add them and give me a grand total. What is it? 310. I agree with that. So you add 50 plus 50, you get 100. 35 plus 35, you get 70, right? And then 70 times 3, 210 plus 100. However you want to add them. But you need to write this down. Here. Do you see my notebook? I'm in my notebook. 310 centimeters squared. Why is it squared? Because it's still area. It's surface area, but it's still centimeters squared. And that's it. That's how we do surface area. It's just a lot of work. It's not hard math. It's just a lot of work. And that's it. Easy enough? So that's it. All right. So what I want to do is I want you to glue this in your notebook, but I want you to glue. I'm going to put glue. What's the easiest way? Oh. If I glue it, what would be I'm going to put glue on the top square, but on, no, wait, no. Yeah. Yes.
This is 7th dimension exist?
No. So, I'm going to put glue on the top, but on the bottom. So, if I close it, all the math disappears, but yay, we get to build a rectangular prism. No one cares
Why
about it.
don't we do the other way? Make everything.
So, you see it? I care for it to look like this. So, because this is what you need to do. You need to know how to do the math on each side. In 7th grade, I don't need you to close it. I need you to see it flat and how the math works. Does that make sense? In 7th grade, we need to see how it looks flat with all the math. I think in 5th grade is when you do nets, or in 4th grade you do nets. Like, how does it look when it's closed? Oh, that's cool. In 7th grade, we need to know how it looks when it's flat. So, I did it this way. Last year, or 2 years ago, I did it this way. And we couldn't see the bottom part, which was fine, I guess. This year, I'm doing it different this year. I'm doing it different. Do it this way. Doesn't really matter. I'll glue it. There's 2 glue sticks per row. We'll make it work. Copy all the notes. Did we hand back the worksheets? Okay, you might be distracted, but your neighbors in the back are really wanting this worksheet. So make sure you pass back the worksheets. Did we have an extra worksheet?
There will be extras to add them.
No, because Frank needs one. I did that on purpose. Alright. We're okay? We're good?
I don't have a worksheet.
You don't have a worksheet? Oh, coming. Alright. So, here we go. Find the surface area of the rectangular prism. So, here we have a rectangular prism that you can't, cut out or hold in your hand. But what I need you to realize, for those of you who have really good visual perspective, like you can visualize things in your brain, you can turn things in your brain. Those of you who do video games, you're really good at this. This is your front side up here, right? This part is your front. This is your top up here, right? This part's your top. I'm going to highlight it in like purple. This on this side would be my left side, right? So part of this is, can you recognize the sides? It's on paper. You can't hold it, but you have to be able to recognize, okay, what's my front side? What's my top side? What's my left side? What's my right side? Some students have a really good understanding and grasp of like moving things, figures in your head. Some of you are like, I don't see it. And which is why we do this, so you can kind of see how it breaks down as a net. Okay, so area of the front box, front rectangle. So what are my measurements of the front side?
40 centimeters.
What are the measurements of the front side?
40.
That's the area. I want measurements. 10 and 4. Thank you. So 10 and 4. So it would be 10 here, and then it would be 4 there, not 5. 5 is going back. Okay? Does everybody see the 10 and 4? So take the time for yourself to recognize, oh, I see where she got 10 and 4. Okay, so what's the area? 40 meters squared. So what's the area of the back? 40 meters squared. Because the front and the back are the same. They're equal to each other. Does that make sense? All right. The left side. What are the two measurements of the left side?
5 and 4.
Yep. So 5 times 4. This is 5. And then going up, what is the measurement of this? It would be 4. The hardest part, other than adding all the numbers, is trying to figure out, like, okay, what are the numbers? What numbers do I need? It's not 5 and 10, 5 and 4. So that would be what? What would be my area?
20 meters squared.
What would be my right side?
20 meters squared.
So these two are equal, okay? So you only have to do really half the work. All right. Area of the bottom. What's the area of the bottom?
50.
Yeah, because it would be 5 times 10. It would be, the bottom is this part right here. I'm going to do it in orange. Down here, right? So the area of this bottom part is 10 by 5. So that would be 50 meters squared. So if the bottom is 50, then the top is 50 meters squared. All right, total SA. SA stands for surface area. So the total surface area would be, adding all this up, 40 plus 40 plus 20 plus 20 plus 50 plus 50, in any order that you want.
220.
All right, so total surface area is 220 meters squared. And that's it. The math is not hard at all. I need, like, when did you guys first learn about area of a rectangle?
3rd grade.
Sure. right? I'm using that in 7th grade. The way it's 7th grade is that it's like more than one. Like the left, the top, the front, and the back. But it shouldn't be super difficult. All right. We're okay? All right. To the back. All right. Head start on the example number 2. Find the surface area of the rectangular prism. 6, 4, and 3. Front, left, bottom, top. Head start on that. I'm going to go around with a trash can. Please throw away your trash in the trash can. All of it. Not on the floor.
It was so funny watching Mr. Morris. I'll pay someone $100 if we got on video.
Mr. Morris fell off in his kayak.
Did he get back up?
He couldn't. He tried to get back up and then he fell forward, so he couldn't get
That's
line.
terrible. Well, at least
He
he's...
fell into the water.
I jumped in. I didn't fall.
Okay, well, that was fun time, fun time.
I
All right.
danced on top of the kayak and I
Did we finish this one?
Yes.
Jesus, did we finish? Okay, what's the area of the front side? 24
24 centimeters squared.
centimeters squared. Area of the left side?
12 centimeters squared.
Yep.
We already know the other one.
And
18 centimeters
Top.
squared.
our bottom is 6 times 3. So that's 18. Alright, so then I gotta add. You can do some of it in your head. Like 24, I would do 24 times 2, that's 48. 12 times 2 is 24. 18 times 2 is 36. Right? So surface area, you gotta add up all of them. I did half of them in my head, and now I'm gonna add. This gives me 10. 18, carry the 1. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 108?
Yes.
Yeah. Okay, so total surface area is 108 centimeters squared. Are we okay with surface area? Yeah? Pretty straightforward? It looks hard. It looks like a lot of work. Especially like when we do something like this, it looks different, it looks complicated, but in reality, it's really not. It's really easy. I, in my personal opinion, say it's really easy. Tomorrow gets a little bit harder. All right. Wouldn't it be nice if all of us were in a nice, neat little package?
Yeah, it would be pretty nice.
All right. Third worksheet. Can you guys pass in the glue sticks, the scissors, clean up? So I should have 4 scissors or 3 depending on your row. Don't make a mess. Did you guys see surface area on the map test? Did you guys see surface area on the map test? we tend to forget traumatizing events. Okay, so if you want to show work in your notebook, you can. I'm probably going to. So remember, you have to have 6 numbers. Half of them repeat. So like number 1. Let's see. My front side, front and back. What 2 numbers do I multiply for my front side in number 1? Why are we playing with the scissors? 13 and 3, thank you. So this is my front side, right? So the measurements on my front side, this is the hardest part, is picking out the right numbers, Jesus. So this is my front side, this is front. So what's the length? Oh, it's 13. What's the width? It's 3, right? The 9 is going back. It's not on the front side. So you have a 3D object that you have to make into 2D, into a flat surface. The 9 goes to the back. It doesn't interfere with the front side. So what I have to do for the front side is multiply 13 times 3. Everyone should be able to do 13 times 3. What is 13 times 3? 39. So that means it's 39 inches square. So my back is 39 inches square, right? All right. That's 2. I need a total of 6. So front, back, top, bottom. Okay, so the top side. Ooh, top side's the hardest one because it has no numbers. So the top side is up here. This is my top. Okay, what are the 2 measurements of the top box? What would be this number here?
13.
13, good. What would be this number or this number here? 9. So I'm going to multiply 13 times 9. Miss Molly, I don't know what that is. That's why we're using our notebook. We can go on the side and go 13 times 9. That's 27, 9, 10, 11. 117?
Yes.
117. So if the top is 117, that means that the bottom is 117. All right, I did front, back, top, bottom. What's left? Left, right. So here's my left side. So what are the measurements? What's this? 9. And what's this? 3. So I got to multiply 9 times 3, and that's 27. And so that's 27. Am I done? No, what's the last thing I have to do? Add them. Be very careful when you add. You can add 2 at a time. 7, 117. You can multiply by 2. 14, 2, 3, 2. 27 times 2, 14, 1, 4, 5. 34. We all have different ways of adding, as long as we all get the same answer at the end. Cool. 366? That's what I got. Okay. So the surface area is equal to 366 inches squared. It's a lot of work I showed. It's cool.
Oh yeah, Miss Molly, I just added them all together.
Yeah, I mean, again,
There's more and there's...
however you want to add, as long as at the end of the day we end up with the same numbers, we're good. All right, try out number 2.